terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out, something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. First carry for Josh Jacobs. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Looking to throw. Mixon. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year, with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And after the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space, taken down right at the 10. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Caught on the slant. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40. 20. 10. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Backbreaker, that'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, They go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a two-score swing that you just gave up.
Second down and 8. From the gun, Nixon. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either. Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing on first down. Schaefer. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Back to throw. Schaefer. Flushed out right. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to...
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Run it well, and it's picked. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. McCaffrey on the counter, and he gets it down to the 32.
These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Schaefer. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Back to throw. Schaefer. And he fires one incomplete.
But Tommy Tremble, the intended target.
3rd down here. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Try to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Christian McCaffrey
with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one. Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Mixon. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you, boy. 45's the mark.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. Schaefer. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. On 1st down, Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
To throw on 2nd down. Mixon. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll run it with Jacobs, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Josh Jacobs taking it in from a yard out, and the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Alex Erickson elects to take it out, and no return for Erickson out to the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Schaefer got his man, Robbie Anderson. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the 1st down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
On 1st and 10, Schaefer. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
From the gun on 3rd down. Schaefer on the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So this a two-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Back to throw. Mixon. That's caught by Howard. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st down, Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Incomplete. The coverage a little little too good there, and it's second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
34's a Mike. He's coming. Check in. I got you, Pop. 79 Bronco. Let's go, man. Well, Mike 34. Watch the slap.
Operating from the gun. Schaefer. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Once again, it's Jacobs. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Looking to throw. Mixon. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Throwing on 1st down. Mixon throwing the out route incomplete. That's Howard. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. Mixon. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They go play action here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Anderson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
At the 19-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. I'm the Warriors, 46 to 46 to
Back to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Howard. And the Bucs are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Push him back. Push him back. 34's a Mike. 34's a Mike. He's coming. Check in. Check in. Check pass. Check pass.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Panthers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Schaefer. And this one is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, Mixon throwing the out route incomplete. It's Miller, and he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw again. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Tackle made there by Frank Clark. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
That's trash. That's trash. Hey, check back 34. 19 light. Bring it.
To throw on 3rd down, Schaefer. In trouble here, and down he goes. goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's the Panthers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Miller. Now he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
On first down, Mixon steps away to his left. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Mixon. On the right side, this is Miller. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jacobs. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That's to Evans, and what a nice catch that is. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Josh Jacobs, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Buccaneers have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth.
Lambeau to add on the extra point. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the fourth. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Schaefer. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On second down, McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 32.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And contact defensively. And that might make things 5 yards easier. So that'll move them up 5, make the kick a little easier.
Rarely do you get kickers that don't want some yardage closer to the post, right? It's rare, but in this case, they'll definitely take them.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Panthers, they get the victory in the season finale, but it will still mean a sub-500 season as they finish at 8-9. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.